Hello everyone and welcome to a video where I will be detailing the breaking news that has come out from Metro US today saying that the Boston Celtics are the front runners to get Kyrie Irving, and they wouldn't have to give up Isaiah Thomas. Now, this sounds like a Boston Celtics fan's dream. Now, if this were to go through, it would most likely detail a package of young players, probably picks, maybe Marcus Smart, Jason Tatum, players like that. And now, this to me has a larger repercussion. If it goes through, I don't see why LeBron James wouldn't waive his no trade clause because it's a wasted season if all they get is Jason Tatum and a pick. And Jason Tatum's good and all, but in his first year, I don't think he'll be near what Kyrie would have been or is, and it's just overall he won't get out of the Eastern Conference. He'll be in those mix of Toronto Raptors, Washington Wizards, those type of players. And if I'm LeBron James, he's 33, and he's not gonna want to be in a position to not win. And if they get out of the East without Kyrie Irving, then we're looking at a sweep with the Warriors. Or even if the Warriors are upsetted by the Thunder, even if the Thunder, teams like the Thunder, the Rockets were to get out, I would still predict them to win, hands down. And the truth is, they're not going to win. If this trade does go through, they're not going to win. So I predict if this trade were to go through, LeBron James would at least consider waiving his no trade clause. He wouldn't just want to sit there and ride out his 33rd year with a team filled with J.R. Smith and Tristan Thompson caliber players, which aren't bad players, but they can't be your second to LeBron James in order to win. They need to, be something better. And Kevin Love is great and all, but he is also not a star player anymore. And if Kyrie Irving leaves, yes, his numbers will probably jump up, but in the finals, we've seen how reliable he can be, and I don't think he'll be any more reliable without Kyrie Irving. Maybe his numbers will go up, but you need an attack first point guard like Kyrie. We know how competitive point guards are, and if you're gonna trade him to Boston, and Isaiah Thomas isn't in the deal, well then I don't see, you're screwed. Basically, you're screwed, and that would really show that the Cavaliers are not in a win now situation like the their GM said they are. They're not in win now. They're definitely looking for a rebuild if their package will include Marcus Smart and Jason Tatum, or Marcus Smart and future picks, the 2018 Brooklyn pick. That is useless. That's not going to do anything to them. That's not going to change their future. That's not going to enhance their future. It's going to enhance their future after LeBron James leaves. But in the present, that's not going to do anything. That's not going to get you out of the East. The weak East, they won't get out of that. But for the Boston Celtics, you could be looking at a decent lineup, a lineup worthy of competing with the Warriors. You'd be looking at Isaiah, Kyrie, Gordon Hayward, maybe Al Horford, and there's news that they could be still trading for Mark Gasol. So if you were able to pull off all these trades and you could get a lineup of Isaiah Thomas, Kyrie Irving, Gordon Hayward, Al Horford, and a player like Marc Gasol or Andre Drummond or Hassan Whiteside, then you could be competing. The only problem I have with that is no defense. No defense, and with the Warriors, you're going to need defense, and if there's no defense, they won't win, in my opinion. But they'll be able to go toe-to-toe with the offensive side of things, in my opinion. In other news, the Boston Celtics have said that they are giving interest, and they are the front runners. But other news is a team that wasn't on Kyrie Irving's list, and the Boston Celtics weren't either. The Detroit Pistons. The Detroit Pistons are also apparently in the running for Kyrie Irving, but I think this is just hype media from the Pistons market. I don't think they're gonna get Kyrie Irving. What would they give up? Andre Drummond and Stanley Johnson, or Justin Jackson? Nah, you can't do that. That's not gonna happen. And if that does happen, then Cavs just got ripped off. That's Kyrie Irving for Stanley Johnson. Stanley Johnson could be a great player, He's only in his third season and he's going to get more minutes this season, and that's great and all, but he's nowhere near, in my opinion, or will ever be. That's just my opinion, and say what you want to say. Stanley Johnson isn't Kyrie Irving, and based on what we've seen, he won't be Kyrie Irving. And Andre Drummond in the deal, yeah, I know he's learned how to shoot, but like, he can't shoot free throws. Can't shoot free throws. I know you want to beat the Warriors down in the paint, Their centers are JaVale McGee and Zaza Pachulia, which JaVale has also gotten better, so I don't think it's going to even be that big of a weakness. And he better start next year. If you're a Warriors fan or if you're part of the Warriors, then you would want him to start next year. I don't see why they keep riding out Zaza. He can just ride the bench. Or not ride the bench, but be part of the bench with Sean Livingston and maybe Curry or Durant or Thompson in the second unit. And apparently, on other news, the Warriors are chasing Pau Gasol for next year. Now, this would be crazy. This would give you an even better lineup. The issue with that is, how do you make that work? How do you align the contracts? I don't know what type of position they are in. Maybe you get, maybe you trade Iggy, or, you deload Iggy's contract, or you deload someone's contract who may be a little bit higher. But if this was able to pull off and they're still able to keep their core in peace, that, includes Andre Iguodala, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, and etc., Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, then you could be looking at a very, very unstoppable lineup. The lineup of the likes of 01 Lakers, 96 Bulls, 92 Seattle Supersonics, 88 Lakers, 77 Lakers, those type of teams. And I feel like that's the way they're going to go down in history if they're able to even improve on this lineup and get not a future All-Star, but a past All-Star, a very good player, and still valuable in this league at an old age. And that's all I gotta say. And tune in next time for more news.